Thank you, Madam Mayor. Interesting situation, I think. We've now, I think as the leader said earlier, this is very new for Cllr. As a consequence of me, I attended the workshop by the Society the week before last. I've had a tremendous amount of correspondence to look at and make sure I've digested. I've also had a very good report from our own officers. And I think the other point really is, where we started from, the consultation is to understand the views of the people. I think that's very important actually. I think the other one is, if we look at page 58, paragraph 13, it says very clearly there, the review reflects the identities of the community. I think that's very, very important. Equally, as all the paragraphs from 10 to 15 are equally important. The other point really I wanted to raise was that I think it's vitally important because of that we do actually listen to all the people of Funtley, not just the few who've gone through a consultation, because it makes quite a difference to them. I think my colleague, Councillor Mrs Bryant, made the point about residents' associations. I've been associated with the Warsash Residents Association for the last 20 years. That's very effective. It works very well for the whole of the residents of Warsash. They don't need a parish council. So just moving on to something a bit more of the sort of detail that we're talking about, when you actually look at it, and I won't go into all the sort of detail of the consultations and the results, I certainly won't regurgitate the 75% in favour, because I think as one looks at it, as you go further on down, it just gets worse until in the end you've got saying 7.4% of all residents, 32 responders were against the council's preferred option. Well, when you look at 585 residents, I found that very difficult, because what about all the other residents? And I think that's important. I think the other point to mention is we've talked about the precept, the fact, how it works. I also believe that the figure that's been quoted so far does seem to be a very ad hoc figure. It's certainly not the way we would come out with a figure for our council tax. And equally, when I look at page 117, the Whiteley Town Council precept, it gives me a great worry that in 2006-7 it was £15.06, and in 15-16 it's £88.45. And I think that just goes to show that when you're not restricted on what you can do, it makes a huge increase at the end of the day. So I think we've heard an awful lot today. I think when you hear what all members have said, I think we've had a very thorough discussion. I think on our report, and I'm satisfied that the council has done their duty in all aspects, including the legal requirements. Therefore, I will be voting for option 1, that we make no change in the existing governance arrangements. Thank you, Madam Mayor.